Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Come on in. As you can see, I'm sharing my screen. So as you enter the room, please feel free to go ahead and type in the code here you see in the upper left-hand corner for our lesson to come. Thank you. Good morning, Miss Pitts. How are you? Good morning, Miss Stevens. Miss Jordan, how are you doing? Miss Sampson. Please, guys, as you're coming in the room, I want to remind you two things. I need your cameras open, okay? That's part of the policy. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Stinson. How are you today? And I would like you to enter in the chat. Give me a 1 if you're doing good and a 2, not so good. Okay? Okay, Miss Jordan, okay. Miss Stevens, I'm sorry. I hope your day gets better. Uh-oh, everybody's not doing well today? What, if you woke up? Okay, Mr. Simpson said he got a 1. Okay, I like that. I hope your day gets better. Miss Jordan, 2? You're not having a good day? Huh? I hope it gets better. Everybody wants to be 2. Oh, what is that? I want to go home. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I was like that in school too. We all were. But I'm going to try to make the lesson as fun as possible, okay? If you're having trouble, just let me know in the chat, okay? Or let Ms. Beasley know right away. She can help you. I'm going to start. So today we're going to be talking about fossil fuels, okay? And the power, how it affects power and pollution, all right? So let's talk about our essential question, our overreaching goal. How are fossil fuels formed? That's the first thing we're going to be, discussing. And then how do they impact our lives, okay? And that's something I want you to think about. I want you to share with me. What do you know about fossil fuels? You can share a photo, a word, or a phrase. Okay, let's make this quick. All right, guys, because time is short and I have a lot to cover. Thank you. What do you know about them? Maybe you know the kinds, maybe you know where you can find them, maybe you know how long they've existed, what type of effect does it have in the environment? There's plenty of things you can share with me. Oh, great, I have some responses. Excellent. Okay, Mr. Farley, I know that they can be used to make energy. Absolutely. Very good. Ms. Pitts, you have fossil fuels are used to make energy and electricity. Well done. Someone has been doing their homework. Okay, Ms. Jordan, the fossil fuels are natural fuel. Yes, they are. Very good. All right. The rest of you, please fill in your answers as we go. Okay, remember that I have to share this participation. They involve fossils. Yes, they do. That's correct. So we're going to be looking at the next, this virtual reality tour critically, okay? So this is a virtual reality tour of an oil rig, okay? And while you're viewing the tour, I want you to think about, where do you find fossil fuels? Where are they found? Okay. What do we use them for? What is the purpose of them? And then how do these fossil fuels impact our environment? Okay. They have a direct impact to the environment, and it's something that everyone has been raving about for years and years and years. Okay. The initials are GW for the 2 words. So let's see who can get that. How are they affecting the environment? What's the impact? Okay. Type it in the chat if you know it. So, okay, so let's take a look. A little virtual reality tour. Now you hear the sound of that helicopter? This person is going to work. This is the only way that he can get to work. Some of us get to work by cars, by bus, by train, but this is a unique way of getting to work because his workplace is uniquely located in the middle of the ocean. All right, let's continue. That's his, this is his job. This is where he's going. And these men spent like 2 to 3 weeks on these oil rigs, okay? About 12 miles out from the Jack St. Malo platform. Coming in for landing. Welcome to Jack St. Malo. This is Chevron's largest deepwater development in the Gulf of Mexico, nearly 280 miles south of New Orleans. Let's head over to one of the production areas. The technician on your right is testing samples of crude. The capacity up to 170,000 barrels of oil can come through this facility a day. Oh, excuse me. The next stop is the moon pool. Take a look down. The reservoirs that Jack St. Malo taps into are 5 miles beneath us. After the oil is moved to shore, it's processed and sent to places like your neighborhood gas station. So if you ever wondered where does gasoline come from? Where does it come from? So this drilling is a way that we get crude oil, okay, from below the ocean surface, all right? And it goes straight from there. It is processed, and it goes to the gas stations directly into your motor vehicles, whether it be a bus, a car, anything that requires gas, okay? Out here, we use gas for cooking. You know, we have gas stoves. I'm sure you heard of that. And some people do. All right. So now, what were your findings? What did you notice? What do we use fossil fuels for? Okay. And what impact do they have on the environment? All right. Let's share that real quick. Why do we use fossil fuels? Okay. Someone's a little late. Mr. Thomas, welcome, Mr. Thomas. Thank you for joining us. Please log into the Nearpod. Ms. Beasley, I only have 7 students in the Nearpod. Okay, I'm missing at least 3. I know Mr. Thomas just came in, but there's 2 other. I'm not sure if they have iPads or not. Just want to check and verify with you. Thank you. All right, so we have here, it can cause pollution. Very good, Ms. Jordan. Absolutely. Anyone else would like to share? Quickly. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Stinson, we use them as an energy source for power. Absolutely, we do. But what's the impact? That's a use, great use. But what is the impact? How does it affect us? Okay, because it's not as easy as, okay, these fossil fuels, we can use them, we can do what we want to do, and there's not going to be an impact. There is an impact. Okay, anyone else would like to share? One more person. All right, Mr. Farley, Micah, we use them for fire, and the impact on the environment is pollution. Great answer, Micah. Well done. I love that answer. Sediment. Okay, this is a term that I know you're familiar with because you did a whole unit on rocks, and you had a part, a part about sedimentary rock. Okay, so sediment by definition is solid material like sand, dirt, or small rocks that settle. It settles at the bottom of a body of water. And over time, you get layers of rock, okay? Then we have what's called industrial revolution. As I told my previous class, there is an industrial revolution going on right now in my location in Qatar, okay? They are having the World Cup. They're hosting the World Cup at the end of this year in November. And So they're putting in a new sewer system all over the country. They're building stadiums. They have put in a railroad system, okay, and a couple of other things. And they have put in new highways, okay? So all of these things contribute. They have to use fossil fuels to do this, okay? So an industrial revolution, by definition, happened in the period of between the late 1700s to the mid 1800s, where mass manufacturing moved production of goods from homes to machines in large scale factories. Okay. So mass manufacturing before was done in the homes. People were entrepreneurs. However, with the advent of the Industrial Revolution, factories took over that. Okay. And then we have carbon dioxide. Okay. Our worst enemy, right? Okay. This is a gas that is produced by burning fossil fuels that causes the atmosphere to warm up. So what is that word or that term that is used that means the atmosphere is warming up? Okay, this is what I was trying to get out of you a couple of minutes ago. The first word begins with a G and the second word begins with a W. Okay, let's see who can get it. I see Miss Jordan typing something. Let me see if you got it. I hope she's typing to me. Where is it, Miss Jordan? Did you put the answer in? Put it in the chat for me. Okay. What is the thing that we have going on right now that affects us, that has changed our climate and is making our climate warm up, or the atmosphere? Type it in the chat. 2 words. Mr. Thomas, you have it? Let me see. I don't see anything. CO2, yes. But there's a term that we use. There's a very term that you hear all the time, blank blaming. Okay, and the last term has warm in it, not natural gas. The last term has warm in it. The first term begins with a G and the second term begins with a W. Come on. All right, I'll keep going. I'm looking for the answer in the chat though. Okay, and then we're going to look at reserves. Global warming. Yes, Mr. Johnson, thank you so much. Great job. You did not give up and you got it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so reserves. What are reserves? Reserves are deposits of natural resources that can be accessed by mining, drilling, or other methods of extraction. So as you noticed in the virtual reality tour of the oil rig, they're drilling, right? They are drilling to get those reserves, those natural resources, that crude oil. Okay, they're going to extract it from the surface, and this is what we're going to have. Next one we have is pollutants. Okay, pollutants, very bad for us. All right, carbon dioxide is a contributor to the pollution that we have. All right, and pollutant is a substance that affects an environment, right? It affects the air, the water, or the soil in not such a good way, in an undesirable way. Okay, all right. So those are the terms. Now, before I continue, the next slide is a short little quiz assessment about these terms. Okay, I challenge you to complete it correctly in the first try. All right, sediment. I want you to take a look at it again. Okay. Sediment, solid material like sand, dirt, small rocks, okay, at the bottom of a body of water. Industrial revolution. Remember the key terms, 1700s, 1800s, period. All right, carbon dioxide, it's a gas. Look for that key term context clue. It's a gas. Reserves, deposits of natural resources, okay? Deposits, another context clue. Pollutants, a substance that affects the environment. Affects the environment is a nice phrase as a context clue. Remember, when you are reading, when you are searching for information, there is always something in that information that gives you a clue to what the answer is. So You can do this. So let's go. Okay. So this term right here, this phrase, this statement, very, very wordy, right? Huge words. What does it mean? It says geopolitical issues arise due to scarcity. Geopolitical, meaning there's some type of policy, political issue. Geo would mean worldwide, okay? Arise due to scarcity. Scarcity means that something is in demand. We do not have a lot of it. We have very, very little of it, okay? Caused by the natural geographic allocation, meaning that where these fossil fuels are located around the world of these highly valuable resources. Okay, so not only are these resources scarce, but because they are scarce, they are valuable. When something is scarce, when you have a little bit of something, it becomes very, very valuable. So there are very immense political issues around these fossil fuels and these natural gases around the world. Because in some areas that in the places that have them, the resources, everyone is fighting to get them because it's not much. And then it means if everyone's fighting to get them because they're scarce, the value of them, the cost of them is quite high. Okay, hydroelectric, renewable or non-renewable? Type R or N in the chat quickly. Come on, guys. Hydroelectric. Got 15 seconds. R or N? 6, 5. Okay. It's renewable. All right. Next question. Question 2. Wind, renewable or non-renewable? Type of R or N. Wind, renewable or non-renewable? Miss Jordan, please pay attention. Okay. No, it's renewable. Renewable.